And we're in the giving season. So you don't like me, I'll be more than happy to give you some of my foot cheese.
Good old TikTok, an app that has had an unmeasurable effect on society and humanity as we know it. Has it all been bad? Well, no, but a lot of it has been. Now, people doing things that they would likely not do otherwise if social media didn't exist is nothing new. People have been uploading themselves doing stupid and silly things on the internet ever since they could, for no other reason than to just be stupid and silly on the internet. Now look, I'm not the fun police. I'm not here to say that you can't get a bit goofy on the internet every now and then and get away with it, but some people take it a bit too far. And one of those people is a TikToker we have looked at before and will be doing so again today, Mommy of the Bees. A TikToker who specializes in content that seems to serve no other purpose than just getting a reaction. Now look, to be fair, I guess all content is made to get a reaction, but not this kind of reaction. Basically all it seems to be is doing these crazy things that nobody else would do if they weren't doing it for a camera, and then getting very defensive when somebody says it seems like you're doing this for a camera. Like trashing your kitchen, pouring copious amounts of liquid all over your floors, painting on the ceiling with your hands. Stuff like that and much more to come. You'll see. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
And we're in the giving season. So you don't like me, I'll be more than happy to give you some of my foot cheese. And it's good too.
Alrighty, looks like we're really just diving in head first, no goggles here. This is a married woman with children scraping off foot cheese and putting it on bread and offering it to her quote haters. This is a thing I see on social media a lot these days. It's like everything is being a hater. Like no, sometimes it's just calling it how you see it. And when you respond to somebody saying that they think the things you do are not very mature, kind of childish, by scraping off cheese from your foot and putting it on a piece of toast and offering it to them, you might just be proving their point.
Look, Bubbles, you can tell that it's water right now. Now watch. It's perfect illusion, watch. I'm making it look real like real milk. Shake, shake, shake. Look, it looks like real milk. And then people are like, oh no, it's a real gallon of milk. And I can be like, It's like you have your own little sauna, your own little tub. Oh.
Yeah, so if you were wondering if I was exaggerating when I talked about copious amounts of liquids, no, I wasn't. Now this is another topic that comes up a lot on this lady's TikTok. It's whether or not this is actually her house or if she's renting it. On one hand, you wouldn't think that even the worst tenant would think it's okay to do this in a rent house, but also you wouldn't think that a person who owns a house would ever do this willingly to the floors. So there's a good chance that everything you see in these videos is being done to somebody else's property. But it's just stuff like this. This is the content. And then she gets mad when people say she's doing it for attention or she doesn't really enjoy doing this. I mean, why else would you do stuff like this? Seriously, why?
Dramatic entrance. Infinite dance moves. All right, now tell them what you want to tell them, Christina. Look at the camera and tell them what you... Hey, what I want you guys to know is today I got in trouble because a troll came into my room and they told me that they didn't like me. So I was like, that's fine. And I offered them a sweet treat. I offered them a cupcake, but literally the cupcake was my...
Alright, look, like there's a certain level of like I don't care what you do on the internet that I will stand by. If you're a person just embarrassing yourself, like, I mean, go for it. But if you have children, there's certain things you shouldn't do, and these videos are one of them. I mean, I remember I used to get embarrassed when my mom offered my friends after school snacks when they came over after school, because I thought it was weird for some reason. I don't even know how I would begin to cope with this. You just should not do this kind of stuff when you have kids, and not when every single child over the age of 4 has an iPhone.
And I told him that they could eat my ass like a cupcake, and I got in trouble for the next 3 days, but that's okay. Hey, I just want to thank everybody that's following my backup account so we can fuck shit up together. Because you know what? I don't give a damn about my reputation. Cookie.
Look, I'm truly all for being yourself, expressing yourself how you see fit, living your truth, you know what I mean? you know, as long as it's not this. I'm really not trying to be mean, but come on. This is not a video an adult makes. It's just not. It shouldn't be. Does saying that make me judgmental? If so, I'll take the title. So like a lot of these videos, this one has copyrighted music, so I'm just gonna be talking over it. As you can see, we're at least saying there's a landlord, if not just as a joke, we're still acknowledging the fact that it's a possibility. I really want to say that this is just her home and she's playing into the joke, but like, why would you be doing this? Sure, she might just be putting down new flooring, but maybe you wouldn't have to if you weren't taking baths in your kitchen. Can you imagine if this is a rental house though? I would say if it was a rent house, nobody would record themselves doing this, but it's 2023 and people record their crimes all the time, so can't be so sure.
It's that special day today. Hey, make sure you go mow your yards today, guys.
I feel like I'm gonna start to sound like a broken record here, but I just don't get this. Maybe this is a bad mindset for me to have, but I feel like there are limits to healthy self-expression, and I feel like these videos might be a little past that limit. So even if these videos aren't just for attention, which I really think they are, I still don't think they're like good to make. Just because you feel like you want to do something doesn't mean you should.
I feel like I've always encouraged emotion. I'm not one to hide my emotion. I'm not one to run away from my emotion. I own up to my feelings. I own up to them. And we're allowed to feel hurt. But you know what I'm not going to do? Hurt people. And you know what? I'm just not that hurt to hurt anybody. I'd rather sit here and cry until I can't cry no more before I would dare hurt somebody on purpose.
So this was in response to a video where a bunch of people were saying the same things that most of her comments are normally filled with, like asking why are you doing this, you're doing it for attention, stuff like that. And look, I don't think anybody should be purposefully making others try to cry on the internet or feel bad, but there is a difference between trying to bully somebody and seeing a video and rightfully saying, what is this and why are you doing it? If you aren't prepared for somebody to maybe not like what you're doing on the internet, I don't think you should post it. If you can't handle a person fairly criticizing you, then you should not be posting things onto the internet. Because not every negative comment or any comment that doesn't like what you're doing is someone trying to hurt you. People are within their right to ask questions on the internet. So in the background, I'm going to be playing some of her other videos for a couple of reasons. One, because I just want you to see them and they have copyrighted music, so I can't really show them normally. Also, so you guys know I'm not nitpicking, like these are just a few of her videos that she does. No, this is all she posts. And I just don't really get it. Like, I can understand wanting some form of attention on the internet. I mean, I am a YouTuber after all, so I'm not gonna say I don't understand wanting people to watch your stuff and interact with it, but I feel like there's also something to explore about wanting that attention no matter what. I feel like a lot of people would not turn down being famous as long as they were famous for something good. I think there's something dangerous about wanting to be famous for anything. I've had this discussion with my friends and family about the modern day celebrity before, how like 50, 60 years ago, if you wanted to be famous, you either had to be really good at something or like a leader of a nation. Now, as long as you have a phone, you can get famous for doing pretty much anything. And I don't really think that's a good thing. Not that it's really ever gonna change, because how would it? But it's gonna be interesting to see what being a celebrity means in like 10 years, because I bet you it's not gonna be the same as it is today. I'd like to ask you guys to excuse me for going on a bit of a tangent there, not really how I planned on ending out this video. But these TikToks always intrigue me, because I could just personally never imagine doing this kind of stuff for TikTok fame, and it makes me wonder where the average person would draw the line. Do you guys think you would make these kind of videos if you were guaranteed TikTok fame? And what about your mother? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.